Ava had been dating her boyfriend, Liam, for 4 years. Throughout their relationship, Liam had been freelancing and working on his own projects, while Ava provided for both of them with a stable corporate job. Despite her financial support, Liam's projects never seemed to gain traction, and Ava continued to encourage him, believing in his potential. One evening, Liam came home from a networking event and announced that he was leaving Ava for someone he met at the event. According to Liam, this new woman was a successful entrepreneur who understood his vision and was willing to support him financially. Ava was devastated but tried to maintain her composure. As the days went by, Ava noticed that Liam was still using her laptop and other belongings, claiming he needed them for his new business venture. Ava decided she'd had enough and asked Liam to move out. However, Liam refused, saying he was just trying to get his life together, and that Ava was being heartless. Ava's patience was wearing thin. She started to wonder what other surprises Liam had in store for her. Would he finally take responsibility for his life, or would he continue to rely on others to bail him out? Ava decided she'd had enough of Liam's empty promises. One morning, while Liam was out, Ava changed the locks and had all of his belongings packed up and left on the porch. She also changed her phone number and social media passwords, effectively cutting Liam out of her life. When Liam returned, he was furious, but Ava stood firm. She told him that she deserved better than someone who didn't appreciate her support and sacrifices. Liam threatened to sue Ava for stealing his belongings, but Ava had already documented everything, including receipts for all the items she had purchased for him over the years. Meanwhile, Liam's new girlfriend, Sophia, seemed perfect at first. She was wealthy, charming, and genuinely interested in Liam's projects. However, as time went on, Sophia began to realize that Liam's projects were just pipe dreams, and he had no intention of putting in the hard work required to succeed. Sophia started to distance herself from Liam, and he became desperate. He would show up at Ava's work, begging for forgiveness and claiming that Sophia was crazy and he was better off with Ava. Ava, however, remained unimpressed, knowing that Liam's behavior was a pattern. As Liam's situation with Sophia continued to deteriorate, Ava's life began to flourish. She started focusing on her own passions and hobbies, and her friends and family noticed a positive change in her. As Sophia continued to distance herself, Liam's desperation grew. He started showing up at Sophia's office, leaving her gifts and messages, and even tried to crash her business events. Sophia, however, had already made up her mind and was firm in her decision to end things with Liam. One evening, Liam received a call from Sophia's lawyer, informing him that Sophia was seeking a restraining order against him. Liam was devastated. He realized too late that his behavior had driven away not one, but 2 women who had supported him and believed in him. In a last-ditch effort, Liam turned to his family for help. But when he reached out to his parents, they revealed that they had been watching the situation unfold and had decided to cut him off financially. They told Liam that it was time for him to take responsibility for his life and find a real job. Liam was shocked and humiliated. Without Sophia's wealth or his family's support, he was forced to swallow his pride and start applying for entry-level jobs. He faced rejection after rejection, and his ego took a hit. Meanwhile, Ava was thriving. She had started a new project at work and was being considered for a promotion. She had also started dating again, and things were looking promising. Ava's friends and family were relieved to see her happy and moving on from Liam. As Liam struggled to come to terms with his new reality, he received a message from Ava. She invited him to meet up and discuss the logistics of dividing their shared belongings. Liam hesitated, knowing that Ava had the upper hand, but he reluctantly agreed. Liam arrived at the coffee shop, looking worn out and defeated. Ava, on the other hand, looked confident and radiant. She had clearly moved on from their relationship and was focused on her own growth. As they sat down, Ava got straight to the point. "Liam, I think it's time we finalize the division of our belongings. I've made a list of the items that are mine, and I'd like you to take the rest. Liam looked at the list and realized that Ava had been fair. Most of the items he had considered theirs were actually gifts from Ava or things she had purchased. He nodded reluctantly, knowing he had no grounds to argue. As they discussed the logistics, Liam couldn't help but bring up Sophia. She's crazy, Ava. She doesn't understand me like you do. Ava raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. Liam, Sophia may or may not be crazy, but she's clearly smarter than me in one way. She didn't waste her time on you when you weren't ready to grow. Liam looked taken aback, but Ava continued. We've been over for a long time, Liam. It's time for you to take responsibility for your life and your choices. I'm moving on, and I think you should too. The meeting ended with Liam leaving with a small box of his belongings, and Ava feeling empowered and relieved. As Liam walked out, he realized that Ava was right. He had been given chances, and he had blown them. It was time for him to take a hard look at himself and make some real changes. After the meeting, Ava felt a sense of closure. She realized that she had been holding on to the hope that Liam would change, but now she saw that she was better off without him. She went back to her life, feeling more confident and self-assured. Liam, on the other hand, was left to ponder his next move. Would he take Ava's advice and start making changes, or would he continue down the same path? Ava threw herself into her work and hobbies, determined to make the most of her newfound freedom. She started taking art classes, something she had always wanted to do, but never had the time for. She also began volunteering at a local charity, where she met like-minded people who shared her passions. At work, Ava's confidence and creativity flourished. She took on more responsibilities and impressed her superiors with her innovative ideas. Her promotion came through, and she was thrilled to be leading her own team. Ava's social life also picked up. She started going on dates with people who genuinely appreciated her, and she even started a book club with her friends. She felt like she was finally living the life she wanted, without the weight of Liam's expectations holding her back. One evening, Ava met someone special, a kind, witty, and genuine person named Maximum. They met at a bookstore, bonding over their shared love of literature. Ava was drawn to Max's warmth and sense of humor, and they quickly hit it off. As Ava and Max spent more time together, Ava realized that she had finally found someone who appreciated her for who she was. Max supported her dreams, listened to her, and made her laugh. Ava felt like she was home, and she knew that she had grown enough to recognize what a healthy relationship looked like. Ava's friends and family noticed the change in her too. They saw the spark in her eyes when she talked about Max, and they were thrilled to see her so happy. Ava's mom even joked that she was finally seeing the real Ava now that she was free from Liam's influence. Ava's growth and newfound happiness made her realize that she had been living in a state of limbo with Liam. She had been holding on to the hope that things would get better, but now she saw that she deserved so much more. As Ava looked to the future, she knew that she was ready for whatever came next. She was excited to see where her relationship with Max would go, and she was proud of the strong, independent person she had become. Ava and Max's relationship continued to blossom. They traveled together, explored new hobbies, and supported each other's passions. Ava's art classes became a regular thing, and Max even started joining her, discovering a hidden talent for painting. As the months went by, Ava and Max's bond grew stronger. They talked about their future, and Ava finally felt like she had found someone who shared her values and goals. Max proposed to Ava on a sunset cruise, and she said yes. Their wedding was a beautiful, intimate affair, surrounded by close friends and family. Ava's mom beamed with pride, happy to see her daughter so in love. Max's friends and family welcomed Ava with open arms, and she felt like she had found a new family. After the wedding, Ava and Max settled into a cozy home, filled with art, books, and laughter. They continued to grow together, supporting each other's dreams and aspirations. Ava's career flourished, and she became a respected leader in her field. Max's painting hobby turned into a successful side business, and he exhibited his work in local galleries. As for Liam, he took Ava's words to heart and started working on himself. He got a steady job, made new friends, and slowly began to build a life of his own. He never forgot the lessons he learned from Ava and Sophia, and he eventually found someone who appreciated him for who he was. Ava and Max's story came full circle, a testament to the power of growth, self-discovery, and love. Ava realized that she deserved better, and she found it in Maximum. Liam, on the other hand, learned the hard way,